Where do I begin with Dead Space? I never really heard of the series until last year, and even then, I wasn't interested in playing it, but finally decided to give it a game a shot and see what all the hype was about. In Dead Space 1 you play as Isaac, an engineer that is sent to investigate a spaceship called the Ishimura, and why it has stopped responding. You're introduced to enemies called Necromorphs, within just a few minutes. Your best way to kill them is by shooting anything that is not the center of the body. You want to make sure you can hit your shots, since this is a survival horror game, so the amount of ammo you can find can be scarce. What surprised me the most was the story. I never expected to get so hooked on the story. You can find audio logs scattered around the floor that tell you more about what happened there and how everything became how it is now. Some are more interesting than others, and I stopped sometimes just so I can finish listening to the tapes. Sometimes it did get a bit sad.
This will be my last report. I've seen what they do to the bodies and the kids. That I love them. One more.
This is one of the few games that generally got me scared at times. There are jump scares in the game, but not crazy many, that they become repetitive, and usually they are well placed. They didn't have jump scares be the only thing that made you scary. Sometimes they usually let the environment do its job. The voice acting and performance were well done and engaging. The gameplay works great even though the game is several years old. The guns shoot nicely and feel responsive. The movement was a bit weird for me at the start, but I quickly got used to it. Now one of my favorite things is the UI. Dead Space has a very diegetic UI, and this is immediately noticed with the health bar and status bar. Everyone knows of the standard health bar at the corner of your screen in a lot of games. In Dead Space the health bar is integrated with your suit, so it's a part of the world. This makes you more immersed in the world and lets you see more of the environment. As mentioned before, you have another bar in your back, the stasis bar. You have two abilities. You can freeze enemies, making them easier to shoot. This is what the bar measures, and then you have the telekinesis. There are various items you can pick up with this. What I use it for is the batteries and breaking crates. Now one thing I didn't like was the power-up system. You need to use some of the power nodes on blank spots to reach a certain upgrade, which for me felt like wasting some power nodes on nothing. And so I didn't reach that far in the upgrades. Since there are a couple of things you can upgrade, it made it so that you couldn't make it very far in a specific upgrade tree unless you only spent power nodes on that item. There are also different puzzles you need to do, like zero gravity sections, where you have to jump around, and vacuum areas where there's no air, and you must hurry to get to the other side. I upgraded my air only once, and I didn't feel the need to upgrade it any further, as there is enough time when you just upgrade once, and if you would need more, there are air cancers you can use. Another good thing is you can quickly see which way to go when you press Control on PC. Only wish it stayed up for a bit longer. The music and sound effects are great and really immerses you in the area you're in. On the visual side, for a game that came out in 2008, it looks fine really. I do notice the blur edges around Isaac, and if I want it to look better, then all I have to do is get the remake, which upgrades the whole experience to another level. The combination of the music, sound effect, acting and great story makes this a game you should not skip out on. And if you haven't played it already, then I can't recommend it enough. All 3 Dead Space games are on Game Pass, so if you have that, you have no excuse not to play it. If you want to see me play the game, then be sure to check out this video next. If you want to see me play live, then be sure to come to my streams at Saturday, 10 AM CST. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.